Wait, how old? What can I say? Mel was a lovely creature. Her long blonde hair, down to her waist, blowing in the wind. Her long legs as she gamboled onto the dance floor. Oh, she was a beauty to behold. I was transfixed, as was everybody else. You said it was Mel. It's who? Oh, Belle! Oh, the smelly one!
In the grand symphony of modern music, one rarely observes a creature as consequential, as weighty, as momentous as Belinda and Porter. Her recent passing has left a void, a yawning chasm stretching across the landscape. A chasm which may never be filled. In Belinda we caught a glimpse of the divine, a rare and extraordinary individual whose impact, like the song of that mysterious colossus of the deep, the majestic blue whale, reverberates across oceans and spans the globe. Join me as we explore her life and times, from her early years, sprouting as she did from the fecund soil that was the 1970s, through her formative years, and onward to the heady misadventures of her adult life. We shall explore the people she touched. I mean the lives she touched, the course of which were often irrevocably altered by her influence. We will speak to members of her intimate regions, circles, people who saw the parts of Belle that were covered up in her public life. And, in the end, we will behold the majesty of the person, unencumbered, as it were, by the clothing of history, as she always wanted to be seen. The legacy of the formerly living legend that is Belle Porter.
Well, Belle, it was lovely. We met.
You're fucking awesome.
And I think one of my memories is you rolled a never-ending spliff at a section garden party with me and Heidi. I'm not on babies. We got stuck in the mud at waveform, started into some dubstep, I believe, and then And yeah, it was lovely knowing you, Mel. Happy 50. Fuck, I'm 60. It gets better. I like it. I'm a people age. Cut off the spot. Okay. Love ya. Happy birthday, mate.
I myself have encountered the lustrous, that is, illustrious, Vel Porter. Many years ago, during an expedition to the forbidding jungles of Borneo, I came upon a clearing where, naked as the day she was born, stood Belle in all her glory. A primate of astonishing intelligence and arousing beauty. There she was, meticulously shuffling through a collection of leaves, creating a sort of artistic arrangement that seemed to defy all expectation. I watched in silent amazement as this magnificent beast proceeded to manipulate the leaves with a dexterity that would put even the most skilled artist to shame. With every precise adjustment, a beautiful image began to take form, a strikingly accurate portrayal of a species of bird that we had been documenting earlier in the day. This astonishing display of creativity and intelligence was unlike anything I had ever encountered in my years of exploring the wonders of the natural world. As our eyes met, I could sense that Belle understood the significance of what I had witnessed, and we shared a moment of understanding that transcended the boundaries of species. Let us now turn to Belinda's brush with royalty, as we hear from the Prince of Rock and Roll himself. Prince.
It's your time. You got the horn, so why don't you blow it? You are fine.
Aw, Belle. She was obsessed. I mean, like, really obsessed. She was forever showing up at my gigs, at my house, at the studio. She had this crazy notion that we were divinely appointed to make music together. She'd be waving her trumpet at my security staff, sprouting some nonsense about her and I having a spiritual connection. It was nuts, like really nuts. But, you know, I remember one day, I think it was in the spring of '98, she said something to me that changed the course of my life. I remember every word. She said, "You're a symbol, you know. A symbol of love. A symbol of what could happen if we merge." And well, I just couldn't get her words out of my mind. They were on a loop for weeks. And in the end I realized she was right. Well, almost right. Maybe I am a symbol. Maybe love is what happens when we merge. But you know, not just her and I, but all of us. I mean all of humanity. And that's why I changed my name.
You feel the cute, baby, you know it. Ooh, queen, get on top, queen.
We find Belinda in the company of much of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, for as with the maligned and misunderstood Great White, she was not without her detractors, as we shall now hear.
I wish I was like you, easily amused.
You know, when you ask me if I still think about it, my immediate reaction is to say, nah, man, not really. But the truth is, it lingers. The whole thing weighs on me like a shadow that I can't quite shake off. You see, Belinda Porter was the end of Nirvana. It's a heavy statement, but it's true. I remember the day Kurt came into the studio. Something was clearly off. He walked in looking like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders, quiet, even more so than usual. It was as if he was in a fog moping around and nothing seemed to satisfy him. We spent a week trying to coax the old Kurt out of him, but he was just smashed but not in the carefree way we were used to. It was different. He was lost. I remember the moment it all came tumbling out. Belle happened. It felt like a punch to the gut when he finally let it slip. She had broken his heart, man, and the damage was deep. You want to know what that felt like? It was like she reached in, stuck her hand into his chest, and ripped out his heart. It took us a week to get him to open up, to even share what was eating at him. Turns out they had hooked up, and those hooks stayed buried in him long after their encounter. And then, well, you know the rest.
Many of Belle's followers wrote songs of adoration to her. Here's one of the better ones.
When I think about Belle, all the things that come to mind are the kinds of things that when you played a game in primary school and you had to write a nice thing about everybody in the room and you kind of ran out of things to say, you would write things like nice and kind. And honestly, those are the things I think about Belle. She's just so nice and so kind and such a beautiful human being. And she's also creative and funny, and I can't think of the word. I should have written something down. I should have planned this better. You know, organized but not organized. Organized. She gets shit done. She's motivated. I just feel incredibly lucky to have known her and been a part of the shining light that she shines on the world. Ah, Belle, so nice and kind.
Indeed, there were some who took what Belle had to say very seriously. Very seriously indeed, as we shall see.
Got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one made it.
How's everything? Good? Good. First of all, you've got a new album out. It's called My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You've just announced a world tour. We want to hear all about it.
Well, Jimmy, I've had a spiritual awakening. I just gotta tell you about it. It's the inspiration for the album, and, well, really it's a new perspective on life. The universe, everything. Man, everything.
Oh, really? I'm intrigued.
So, me and Kimmy were skiing in Whistler. Yeah, Whistler, California.
Wait, there's a Whistler in California now? I guess I didn't get that memo.
Oh, yeah, Whistler, Canada. So, anyway, I was getting on the chairlift, and I heard this hot-ass babe, Lift Bunny, saying to the other dweeby lift, Bunny, dude, operator.
Whoa, so let me get this straight. You're there, sitting on a chairlift next to Kim. Have you seen my ass Kardashian? And we're now talking about random lift bunny booty?
Nah man, not random at all. It was Kimmy who started going on about it. I wasn't going to say nothing, no way. But we sit down and the lift starts moving and Kim starts up.
Did you see that ass? That is one fine piece of ass. I want me some of that ass. Kanye, you make sure you get her number next time around, okay?
The ass isn't the point. I'm having an epiphany here, Jimmy.
Ah yes, of course. Your reawakening. Please do continue.
So, this lift bunny, her dorky colleague was getting up her cause she had a threesome or some shit and she was all like, God don't care about my freaky shit. I am God. And I'm sitting there thinking, yo, what if God ain't no old dude with a beard? And what if she is all about that freaky love? Know what I'm saying? Yo. Then it hits me. I ain't just a rapper. Maybe I am voice of the Most High. Maybe I am God. So, in the chalet that night, I wrote Power, which is the first single off the album. It just poured out of me. I'm straight up, man. Like, divine inspiration. Self-inspiration. God ain't got no time for judging your bedroom life. Know what I'm saying? So next time someone's trying to front like they know God's business, you tell him Kanye said, I got the power. I gon' make your panties the shees. You know? I wonder who that bitch-ass babe was.
Her name was Belle Porter.
Oh, Belle, that's her name. You got her number, man.
She's no longer with us.
Oh, she's dead? Oh man, too bad. Well, if you see her, tell her Kanye says hello.
The system broken, the schools closed, the prisons open. We ain't got nothing to lose. Everybody, we rollin'. Everybody, we rollin'. With some light-skinned girls.
And now, our chronicle must needs take a somewhat darker turn, for, as you are no doubt aware, Belle's later years were marked by steadily increasing self-aggrandizement, megalomania, and a burgeoning God complex. This psychological adaptation, while uncommon, is sadly not unheard of in the world of celebrity. Scientists hypothesize that it may serve as a defense mechanism against the intolerable cognitive dissonance inherent in the dual nature of constant acclaim and legions of adoring fans, amidst an industry that is, at its heart, hypercritical and cutthroat. To survive such trials, one must adopt a fox's cunning, or, as in this case, a mental schism that provides a tolerable narrative that allows the individual to make some kind of sense of their world. Emboldened by a growing sense of personal divinity, Belle begins to court a following. Her devotees, drawn to her charisma and perceived omnipotence, gather round her in increasing numbers, much like worker bees and drones will gather around the queen. They were known to each other, and later to the outside world, simply as the believers. A believer would gradually lose all sense of individuality, instead adopting Belinda's mannerisms and style of dress. They hang on every word uttered by their leader. Their gospel was her music and their church her gigs. The believers would grow rapidly, spreading through social media like a virulent strain of bacteria, or like the impressive speed of a cheetah chasing its prey. Belle, now fully embracing her role as a deity, issues commandments to her followers and demands unwavering loyalty, just as an alpha wolf commands its pack. This behavior, while ultimately destructive for both Belle and her acolytes, provides a unique glimpse into the complex dynamics of human social structures and the powerful allure of perceived divinity, much like the intricate hierarchies observed in elephant herds or guerrilla troops. Let us have it from the cat's mouth, as it were, and hear what Belle herself had to say on the matter.
At first, I thought it was just a normal connection between an artist and their fans. But as time went on, I began to feel different. Like there was this energy flowing through me when I performed. The believers felt it too. They describe it as a sort of spiritual experience. then came the visions. I'd be in the middle of writing a song, and suddenly it was like the universe was speaking directly to me. The melodies, the lyrics, they weren't just coming from me anymore. They were coming through me from something greater. That's when I realized the truth. My music wasn't just music, it was a conduit for divine wisdom. The believers had known it all along in a way. They'd sensed the power in my songs before I fully understood it myself. I knew then that I had a responsibility, duty, really. These messages, this energy, it wasn't meant for me alone. I had to share it with the world, to teach others about the way. The believers were just the beginning.
Her dalliances with omnipotence notwithstanding, there is no doubt that Belinda Porter had a profound impact on many, many individuals, overwhelmingly to their betterment. As we close the page on this chronicle of the late, great, so very great, Belle, I want to share with you a clip recorded shortly before her death. It was spoken by one of Belle's closest friends, an homage to her person. A message, I am sure, that will profoundly resonate with anyone who knew Belle. Here is Evie.
And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on.
Hi, Belle. I treasure you so much as the endless treasures to be discovered in the depths of the Teddy Pool. And, you know, when our colourful lives give us the highs of parties and festivals and the hard times of clawing our way out of the matrix, and so many others have just, I guess, flaked away or got lost somewhere in our travels, I can rely on you just as much as I can rely on the Hard Rubbish Queen to deliver every single time. I mean, that's amazing. It's amazing. I have the deepest respect for you, and I'm actually really in awe of your incredible capabilities and talents, even when the pervasiveness and the relentlessness of the Matrix just means that, you know, so many of your talents are often underappreciated, and all that you offer is underappreciated and not valued. And I mean, I don't get it. But the Matrix, you know, defies all possible logic. It's gobsmacking. But somehow you've still managed to MacGyver and maneuver your way out of the Matrix. And you're about to pop up on stage in performing some musical number at another couple of festivals, just to exit with style. I love it. It's impressive, so deeply impressive. One day I will make it out, and I really hope to join you on the other side. But sincerely, I love you so much for being, I mean, you're just an absolutely gorgeous, generous, insightful, funny, sensitive, honest, capable, intelligent, reliable, just a stunning person, really, and someone with integrity, and that matters to me. So thank you so much for being in my life, and I just wish you the most wonderful and happy birthday, Belle. Love you, and have the most gorgeous day filled with great times surrounded by people you love, and let's like celebrate you. Yeah.
Can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh, yeah.
Hi. My dear friend Joseph called me last week to tell me of Belle's passing. So well, this is for you. Sweet Belle.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou wert more lovely and more temperate, my Belle, though rough winds didst shake your buds of May. Of your strength and love oft stories yelled. Your still, quiet presence becalmed the night. Alit yon beacons, joy and grace. To see your face didst quicken our sight. Eternal summer glows twixt your embrace. Yet ever fair from fair declines. Earth shifts beneath as falls the snow. Though Belle's spirit bright will ever shine in hearts where cherished memories grow. As souls can love and eyes can see, still lives Belle's love, our sweet memory.